Hi everyone, it's the Psychic Sleuth, and let me see, this is new for me. I actually was trying to do a live chat, but I'm having issues with it, so bear with me while I try to figure this out. I also wanted to show the chat, and I don't see it. Real quick, I'm trying to get... I can't get my chat to show up. 1 second. Trying to figure this out. I'm not technical. I'm hoping I don't have to switch to my phone, but it's not letting me. The icon for the chat is... So bear with me. Like I said, brand new. And the icons. So... Hi, Ginger. Hi, Deborah. It's good to see you, baby girl. I've been praying for you. I hope you're doing okay. So... Like I said, I wanted to do a super chat, but I'm having a lot of issues doing the super chat right now for some stupid reason. I know that I set it up, but it's not popping up. Since I set it up, I now have a tablet because my computer broke. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. Sorry about the camera. Sorry kind of how the way I look. It's been like a long day of running around. But I wanted to try this out, see how it went. And as far as questions, I'm going to be answering but I only want to kind of answer questions for donations. They can be small donations, $1 to whatever. I do a lot of free work, so I'm kind of trying to balance myself out a little bit because, as most of you know, I struggle a lot. So trying to put myself out there more, trying to be proactive in what I'm doing and kind of balance everything out for me so that I can continue to do free work on cases and whatnot. As far as Cupcake, I do plan on doing a reading for her. I just haven't got the chance. The day I did Delphi, I was totally wiped out for 2 days. That case always does that to me. You can ask Kylie, who's doing monetization or anyway, she's moderating this. I tried to do it with her and I just wasn't getting anything clear. I got a few things, but I don't know, it just wasn't clear, so I don't want to say. As far as Dulce, I do want to try to do another reading on her. The problem with her is I think she's very lost in describing where she is. And when I try too hard, I tend to pick up other cases, and I try not to do that. So the one thing that she's very adamant about is what she sees. It's like I only see kind of what she sees, not from an aerial view, but more from... I think I can do my chat this way. There we go. Hey, I think Super Chat came out. Hold on. Member and Super Chat messages. I don't know what that is. Okay, so now I can see your guys' messages. I was able to fix that because that little stupid Walmart icon went away. So now I could, because your messages kept disappearing. So thank you, Amanda. I appreciate it. I do appreciate you guys for your support. It means the world to me. Like I said, trying to do all this. Okay, so yeah, I haven't done, like I said, I haven't done Cupcake yet, and I do want to call her Cupcake. I don't really want to call her Camille for some reason. That's just because she's sweet like cupcakes. I get that sweet, vibrant energy from her, and I'm going to do a reading on her, okay? It's just, problem with cases is sometimes they get to be a lot, draining, and Delphi was about an hour and a half that I worked on that because I just kept trying to get more and more and more and more because I knew it was my last reading. And with that, the guy, he's great at blocking who he is. And I'm not getting into Delphi so much, but I do just want to say that that's why it's hard for any of us to really see who he is. Kept getting Rick today, but I don't know where it fits. I've gotten that a few times. I don't really know where it fits, and it's interesting that it's an R. So there's something to where he can block out who he is. I don't know how or why he does that. That's why it's so hard to pick up on who exactly he is because I can see him to a certain point. It's kind of the same like with Dulce and the man I see. It doesn't match. It doesn't match what people are saying. And I often say that composites aren't always exact because, these people when things are going on, they're not very don't recognize things as much as they should. And so hard to explain it, but who I see is different than who they're releasing. And like I said, for instance, Psychic Detectives. I don't know how many of you guys watch that. Okay. Well, there was a serial rapist, and the cops had him as a white guy. And they made a composite from witnesses and they posted it everywhere that, hey, this is a white guy and he's the one doing it. And we're for sure that this is who it is. Well, turns out they had a psychic come in and she's a really good psychic. And she said, no, the guy's, African American. And this is what he looks like. And she had him drawn up. He had a hat on, everything. She had everything drawn up to the T. And he turns out he did wear a hat like that. Turns out he was African American. And she had to be adamant about it because the cops kept saying, no, he's white. And she kept saying, no, he's not. So, okay. So in the, you guys can donate on gentleheartreadings at hotmail.com through PayPal until I can get this whole live chat set up. I did have it on the description. So if it's not on the description, I'm trying to see how I can reply to you guys. This is really weird because it's not a computer setup, so I don't know why. I can't reply to you guys. So if Kylie, if you're there, if you can send a chat. I don't know why it's not giving me that option. Sorry, Cheyenne is loud. Okay, if you don't have PayPal, do you have Facebook? You can find me on Messenger and send it that way, or I have Zelly. Let's see. I can get my Zelly for you. Yeah. I've heard that. I've never used it before, but maybe it worked this way for a reason. I don't know. Like I said, I do a lot of free work, and I'm trying to get a car right now because I've had a lot of bad luck with that, and I live so far from everything that it's a necessity. And so, like I said, I do hours and hours and hours of free work, and cases take a lot of time. As you can see, I've worked many hours on Dulce, and it's just gonna continue that until I can't get anymore. And the problem with her, like I said, is that she doesn't really know where she is. So I'm seeing through her eyes of where she's seeing she is, but I don't think she knows how to describe where she is. So let me see. The Zelly, Kylie, if you can put that in a comment, and then if you guys have Zelly, let me see. I don't use that very much, honestly. Where is it? Oh, sorry, not Zelly. Venmo. I have Zelly too, but I never use that. So Venmo. I have Venmo, and it is at Rochelle Lapham. So you can look me up on there. So I appreciate your guys' support, honestly. If you guys, what do you guys want to talk about? Because I only have a little bit of time. I'm supposed to go with my friend. We're going to go check and see if we can get me a car. So like I said, I just wanted to try this today to see how it worked out. And let me just ask Kylie if she's able to see. Oops, I put a reading for the wrong time. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure my moderator gets here. It's new for her too. It's new for both of us. But we're going to be trying to do this as much as we can. So these girls, it's really breaking my heart. It reminds me a lot of Malia, and I had a really hard time locating Malia, other than, where I described, just kind of same thing. She was able to describe where she was, but she wasn't telling me, hey, I'm in a different state. But she was describing it. So it was hard for me to find because I was trying to look for what I'm seeing. But, sometimes they have a hard time describing where they are. And I've learned that from watching, because I've had to teach myself a lot of stuff. And I learned from watching other psychics. And I love Sensing Murder, and I watch them. And they kind of explain that sometimes they just can't describe where they are. And it's, sorry if I'm reconnecting. We have some bad weather here. I cannot see your. Why is it your guys' comments staying up? Yikes. Live chat messages are visible, but yeah, I don't see your guys' messages. There we go. Reading or question answered. The way that I do intuitive guidance is off of questions. So, for instance, for live chat, I would rather do questions, because mediumship, it's kind of hard for me to do on live chat because there's so many of you. And so if you do want a mediumship or longer intuitive guidance or a case, then you need to contact me and do a donation and do it that way. I'm not doing free readings right now, but if you want to give any type of fair donation for what you're asking of me, then definitely will. Because that's what I kind of wanted to do anyways, was answer intuitive guidance questions. So that's gentleheartreadings@hotmail.com. And then if you guys have Venmo, then you could do it that. So it depends on what type of question. Like I said, I'm spending my time here doing this. So like I said, even $1 would be great. I don't expect a lot from anybody. Like I said, as you guys know, I do a lot of free work. So I'm kind of trying to balance myself out here. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like a balance in the world, right? So kind of, if you give, you got, what you put out, you kind of got to get back a little bit. It's called energy exchange. So that's kind of what, like, I'm trying to do this for, because this is my work. And like I tell people, I try to be as nice as possible and make everything as easy as possible for people, because I want everybody to experience readings and stuff for me. But at the same time, it's a lot of time and energy, and this is what I do. So it's kind of like you go into your job and not giving your time away, right? You all like to get paid for what you do. So a lot of people kind of don't understand that. They think that all psychic stuff is supposed to be free, but we spend a lot of time and energy. And I think doing this kind of work for our vibration to match the vibration of the spiritual realm, it takes a lot out of you. It is extremely draining, especially if you already have problems with your energy, which I do because of my fibromyalgia and stuff. I'm extremely tired all the time. So, it takes a lot for us. And it's just like, would you go and work at your job for free? Probably not. So it's kind of like that. A lot of the cases I do for free, because out of the goodness of my heart, I want to see people found. And it's a huge passion for me. If I could just go around finding people, I would love that. So I'm really working on my location right now. It's not the best. I started to get pulled to different areas on a map. But it's more like the names. And then it turns out later on, the names will fit somewhere, or I'll get random words and that'll fit a case somewhere. Like, I don't know. I got Canal that one time when I was sleeping, and it turns out that casino crash that was on Canal Road. I mean, it's just stuff like that. So I'm trying to like fill my pools. That's what I'm learning on. So as far as location, I'm sorry if it seems like I get a little confusing. I'm confused myself. With Dulce, I really haven't got much of a pool in an area for her yet. And that might just be because either I'm not recognizing it, it's very, light, or, maybe she's not or in the areas I'm looking. Maybe I need to go further out, because she keeps referencing Malia, and Malia was found in a different state. So starting to wonder. Hopefully another reading is going to bring more light on that. Sorry to go off on tangents. Let me see. I see a couple questions. Thank you, Shelly. I really do appreciate all your guys' beautiful messages. They really make me feel happy. Okay, so let's see. I'm hoping to find out if my husband and I are going to have another baby. We've been trying for a third for 2 years and have multiple losses. Okay, so true time stories with Chrissy. I have to tell you kind of a little bit how this works. When it comes to getting pregnant and having babies, it's not really on our time. Okay, it's usually on the time of the babies and the soul and what they have planned. So it's hard because when you do have losses, I have to tell you that most of the time they will come back either to you or a family member. So if they decide to. Now, there's usually a reason for those losses. Either there's something wrong with their body, something wrong with their internally or externally that they don't like, that they don't want, or the timing is wrong. There's a lot of different reasons for that. So the fact that you've had losses, it's basically the baby's soul saying, either the timing's right, I'm not ready, my body's not ready, I'm not the right gender, something of that nature. Now, as far as the timing goes, have you guys done any kind of, hold on, I have to see the question again. I don't know why I can't see everybody's at once. Heck. See, now all your guys' things are gone. I can't freaking see it. I think I need a computer because this is ridiculous. Okay, so yeah, I understand. Like I said, even $1 helps because, like I said, this is my job. So infertility is, but like, okay, for instance, I have an example for you, and I like to use examples sometimes in my readings to show you that things do happen. So I knew this girl, and I've known her for a really long time, and she was like, man, we can't get pregnant, we're having a really hard time, we're spending $10,000 on fertility, or fertility pills and fertility stuff. And I told her, and I wasn't even really doing this work at the time, and I said, I said, babies come when they're supposed to, and the more that we kind of let it happen and quit trying, it will happen in the right time. If you're meant to get pregnant, you will get pregnant. If there's a baby waiting for you on the other side, that's what will happen. So the next time I saw her, she says, guess what? And she had quit her fertility because she couldn't afford it. And I told her, I said, you should just quit the fertility for now and see what happens. Start manifesting it, and just, if it's meant to be, it'll be. And I'll be damned if the next time I didn't see her, she wasn't pregnant. Now she has a healthy baby. So that's what I mean by the way that it kind of works. It's not on our time, it's on their time. And even I've seen people that have been told they can never have babies. That's just the way, if you're meant to have a baby, you're going to have a baby. Just the way it is. I do see, now readings are always about possibilities. As I say, people have their free will. Sorry, I am having a hard time because of the weather here. I have satellite and I have, it's cloudy. So, anyways, with that being said, I do feel like there's a possibility that you're going to have a daughter. What the heck happened? Hold on. My thing switched. Dude. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Hit the wrong button. So I hope that answered your question. I do see a little girl possibly in the future. But like I said, you kind of just got to let it happen, and it'll happen as they're supposed to. And thank you, Taisha. I am doing the best to take care of myself. So, no, I've never looked. Stephen Avery, that sounds so familiar. So I'm going back through the things. Find out if my husband and I are going to have. Okay, I read yours. Yes, what Kylie says. You can message me on Messenger in the group, or send me an email, and we can work something out. So, the ring, lost rings. Okay, hold on. I'll have to go back to that one. Mediumship like I said, you got to message me on Facebook or my email on my or whatever, because mediumship is a lot to do with a lot of people. So I'm only doing questions right now. What thing on? Why? No, Elijah, I'm busy. Need your help. Okay, I'm gonna look into the engagement ring in just a second. I repeated it. Did you hear that? I said there's a possibility that you will have a girl later on. Like I said, cutting out stupid clouds. I keep seeing a baby girl. So that's a possibility for you. So let me know how it works out. You just kind of just got to let it, happen how it's going to happen. They are in more control than we are. Okay. So hold on one second. Let me try to see this. All right. Let me ask you about this. What are you doing, Elijah? My son is unplugging everything from my TV. What'd you do? Okay, sorry. Teenagers. So, as far as the engagement ring, I have a question for you. I don't know why I keep seeing this, but did you have it near a sink? Because I keep seeing a sink with like a mirror by it, and I hope to God it didn't go down the sink, but they keep showing me that. So I'm wondering. That's what they keep showing me. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not. Okay, with the ring, right, Ruth? You're the one asking about the ring. Sorry, to check real quick. Oh, okay. So do you take your ring off sometimes when you're washing your hands? Okay. I don't know why. I hope it's not down the sink. You know how like when you hear something fall down the sink, that's what I keep hearing, but I keep getting reference to your sink. So I would check around your sink area. Okay. How close on the countertop was it to the sink? Okay. I don't know if this was okay, so you left it on the sink. You left it on the counter by the sink, and then that's when it went missing. I just want to make sure I'm understanding you right. I'm trying to see why they're showing me sink. Like I said, some things can be symbolic. So the fact that they're just showing me a sink, and making me hear that just could mean, okay, what I'm saying is the bathroom sink, because there's a mirror. Okay, because I'm seeing like a white sink. It's not really your kitchen sink. I thought maybe it could be symbolic for your kitchen sink. And this is why I'm wondering if maybe you took it off to wash your hands, or it came off. Sometimes people take it off and they set their ring, can't see it on the camera. They set the ring line like right there on the sink, or behind the mirror or something like that. I know that I've done that in the past. Because I keep seeing, I think it's your bathroom sink because it's white, but that's how I relate to a bathroom sink, and then a mirror. Have you checked in the bathroom? It's really hard to find lost items, just like it is lost people, but I do try the best that I can. I found somebody's water spout or like water line before, so I know that's possible. I'm hanging in. So that's what I'm wondering. Have you checked in your bathroom by chance? Why do you do that? Because I keep getting reference to that for some odd reason. And usually, I know that sounds like a really weird place. And like I said, I'm not doing mediumship right now. If you guys want mediumship or cases done, then you can message me on Facebook or email me and we can work something out. Cases are just too hard to kind of see everything right now. Kylie can let you know kind of how much goes into cases. It's a lot of work, hours of work. So,
Where'd you put it? Mom.
It's on the table. Okay. What I'm asking is, could it have gone down the sink? I don't want to say that because that's like awful, right? That's like the worst news in the world. But what they keep showing me a million times is your sink, your mirror, and I hear the clinging like when you drop something and it falls down. So I mean, that's all I'm getting on that. I'm not getting like in the kitchen, I'm not getting in the living room under the couch, I'm not getting in a jewelry box. I'm not getting any of those places. So check that out for me, and then if you can message me on Facebook and let me know, and if it's not there, then we'll work on it more, because that's what they keep showing me over and over and over. Usually Kylie can tell you if it's over and over and over, there's a reason for it. So white sink mirror matches your bathroom. I hear like when you drop something down and it goes down. So I bet you do. God. Look in the trap in the sink. Open up your sink like they're saying and check in there if you can. I know you, since you're engaged, you probably got a man to do it for you. Do that for me. Let me know if you find it, and then message me and we'll figure it out. Because that's all they're giving me that over and over, and I'm hearing like when something falls down a sink, how it sounds. So Elijah, what are you? I'm gonna kill my child, I swear. 1 second. Elijah! Hold the phone. He's trying to turn on YouTube on my... Darn teenagers. Okay. So, yes, message me, let me know. I don't know. Can you find me on Facebook? I don't know if you're my friend on there. You can message the Psychic Sleuth podcast page. I try to check it as much as possible, but I don't get notifications there. Or you can find me as Rochelle Lapham on there. So, yeah, check your sync and then let me know. Because they keep showing me that over and over, and usually that means there's a reason for that. So, it's kind of a weird place, I know, and I was praying that's not why I was getting that, but there we go. So, I unplugged it because I can't have that right now. I'm on live right now, dude. Leave me alone. For those of you that have kids, you understand, right? Hold on. Eli, I'm not going to let Kyra come over anymore if you don't stop. Yes, it is a big deal. I'm going to try and make money. Don't do it, Eli. Get out of here. Go. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Bye. Sorry about that, guys. I got a teenager, and he's trying to interrupt, and he's trying to put music on my TV with my thing. He stole my... Yeah, he's quite the character, isn't he? I just want to strangle him sometimes. So, I'll hide that.
Mom!
What, baby?
When are we leaving?
Not yet. Shannon said she would text me.
Now.
Go away. Yeah. Yeah, my son, he took my remote and he put YouTube on the thing. So, sorry about that, guys. All right. So, Ruth, I really hope you find it, and I hope it's findable. Um, I would definitely undo your sync and see if it's there. Kylie, I know, ridiculous. Okay, so like I said, if you want like your aunt Tina, you'd have to message me for that because that's considered a case. I'd have to channel. I do channel best when I type, so to get a clearer thing for you, it would be best if you contact me. I do take donations for cases. I try to be very affordable for people because, you know, answers for their loved one is very important. Elijah, I swear to goodness. Sorry, I'm texting my kids since I'm not going to yell for you guys. Eli! 1 second, guys. Turn it off or Kylie's not coming back. I'm doing a professional thing right now. This is my work and I'm making money and you're being freaking rude. Turn it down. Gonna be grounded in a second. Sorry, guys. He's trying to show off, right? I know it's not professional, but I try not to do it when my child is here. I thought he would be busy over there. God. I can't believe him. Let's see. Brooklyn. Okay, that's what I was gonna answer. Sorry. She's on the list. Brooklyn Farthing is on the list. I haven't got to her yet because every time I try to go down my list, a new person is missing that we need to get to. Like, I still have to do Susan. Kylie's been waiting for that for forever, and now she's gonna pop, and we're not gonna get to look for her, and because I went for weeks with no energy, so I don't know what happened. But anyways, when I was working with Shar before all that fell apart. We just said, you know, I said, well, I keep seeing a rock with graffiti on it. And then, so we went to the map and we saw there was a graffiti rock. And I guess it's pretty close to where she lives. Now, I heard that she's in the pond behind the boyfriend's house, which isn't far from there. But I don't know. I've never felt her in water. Like, even when I got the graffiti rock, I didn't. Now, I haven't done a full reading, so I can't be for sure. But, I mean, she might be. He would have to really weight her down in a pond. But I guess supposedly EVP took him there or something. I don't know. So I don't know. I think she might be around the graffiti rock area. I'd have to do a full reading to find out. I do plan on doing her though. Yeah, Delphi I think is one of the most graphic cases I've ever worked on, and I don't know if you could tell if you've seen the new video of Delphi, how hard it was for me. I've had people message me and say they could tell. So when I was seeing the girls' passings again, it was very clear this time, and it was very brutal as it was last time, but worse this time because, like I said, this time it was more detailed, more clear. It was like I was standing there watching. So that case I think is the most graphic. There's been cases where I've seen bodies. Okay, so Spirit tries to not give me too much graphic information because they know I can only handle so much. At the same time, giving me the idea of what's happening. So the brutality of it is what they make clear to me. Another brutal one is Cecilia. Cecilia's really bad. He did a number on her, and I think she might be in pieces. And so I've seen that before. As far as kids, I have a really hard time with it. Elizabeth Shelley was really hard, and as he's just a complete bastard. So that one was really tough. But she was also kind of clear where she was as far as the whole drainage ditch and everything. My happiest case was Kenny, as you guys know, and I don't know if you guys know, but the family had my reading and I was working with them, and I had actually searchers in that area, the exact area he was found in, but they didn't go up on the cliff. So that was, I think, one of my most accurate. And the crazy thing was I was standing there with him. I don't know if you guys know what astral projection is, but it was kind of like that. And I was standing there with him. I could see him, and I told him, "Hey, come out. You need to come out so we could find you." And the next day he came out and he was found. So that was one of the most amazing cases. I do like to talk about, the good as well as the bad. Lila, did I miss your question? I'm sorry. Like I said, my questions don't stay up. So 1 second, let me scroll back through. And yes, let's see. Yes, Lila, I do. One thing I do have to say about love questions is that everybody has free will. And so just remember that although you may get a certain question or a certain answer about it, that in the end it's about his free will and your free will together. So readings, again, are always about possibilities. But I don't like doing love questions, but I do them. There, did I answer it? Because I want to make sure I don't miss anybody's questions. And hi to everybody that said hi. Lila, confused space. Okay, so I would need, like, the way that my gifts work as far as intuitive guidance is I need a specific question on what you're asking. If it's not something you want to do publicly, then you can always message me and we could talk about it. But I run off of, I would need a question on exactly what you're asking about. So sorry if I missed your question. My chat disappears and then I have to keep hitting the thing to make it pop back up. Okay, so yesterday. I mean, a lot of times people won't. Okay, you have to understand. Okay, and this is for I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. As far as that, people like me, we don't like to really come up to people and say, "Hey, we need to tell you this about you," or "We need to tell you about this your situation," or "Hey, I'm getting this name for you." Like Teresa Caputo, I wish I could do that, you know. But a lot of times if we tell you something, I mean, I don't think, unless she's asking you for a bunch of money and she's coming up to you on her own, um I think she's being truthful. I mean, everybody has a form of psychic abilities, intuitiveness, and um I mean, if it doesn't make sense to you, then it's obviously not right, but I think that it's all in how we perceive information. So if she's trying to tell you something, it's more than likely that she does have a message for you. And I like to listen to people that have messages for me because spirit will pick different people to tell me. Yeah, Elizabeth Shelley was really sad. I'm glad that he's in jail, where he belongs. Um, so yeah, about the love question, like I said, um, I would need a specific question if you want to do it here, or you can message me about it, because some people don't want to put all their life out there, for everybody to see. So that's up to you if you want to do that. If you would like to do it here, go ahead and ask me a specific question about what you're having problems with. I'll see if I can answer it for you. Shelly, that would take me connecting to spirit. Like I said, mediumship. So if you want a mediumship reading, you'd have to connect to me, because mediumship, I have to go and I have to talk to that specific spirit, and then it turns into a whole reading. And I don't like to do whole mediumship readings live, just because sometimes it's personal. Sometimes it can be up to 30 minutes to an hour, and I got other people here, and once I get started I can't really stop. So plus everybody else is here and I'm worried that other spirits are going to pop in. It's just the way I like to kind of work. um okay, So if you want to message me about that, as far as when we make decisions about people passing, remember that it's not forever and you will see them again, and that everybody has their time to go. And a lot of times when they're in bad situations, they want to leave their body. So they are always thankful when we do let them go, and we give them, we give them the permission to leave. I did that with my grandpa, and he passed a few minutes later after I left. I've done that with pets, and then they went ahead and passed after they didn't want to leave. So that's just, we kind of have to sometimes give them permission, and sometimes their body just gives out. Okay, so Layla is. I hope your name's Layla, and I'm saying it right. Um, okay, so if you're still in love with your ex, you shouldn't be with your current partner. That's just the way it is. Um, and sometimes exes are exes for a reason, so make sure that it's something that you want to go back to. But I think now's the time for you to separate from your current partner and realize what you want, or tell him maybe you just need time and you need a break, because it's not fair to him if you can't give it your all in a relationship, and then it's not fair to your ex, and it's not fair to yourself because you're torn between two people. So I think it's time for you to be on your own and figure out what you really want, and or just take a break if you don't want to lose him forever, just to make a list if you want to of um the the positives and the negatives of each one of them, and see which one's your best. See where your heart is going. Okay, you always need to choose where your heart belongs. Sometimes exes are exes for a reason. Sometimes they do come back after they've learned their lesson, and you've learned your lesson. You got to come back together. Sometimes that does happen. So I would definitely, like I said, take some time for yourself to really think about what you want. If you're in love with your ex, it's not fair to your current partner. I hope that answered your question. So, everybody, thank you, Amanda. I appreciate that. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Appreciate it. Donna, um, like I said, mediumship, not doing mediumship right now. It's hard live. So, message me, and we would do a regular mediumship reading, because I have to. You guys, with mediumship, I have to. Usually, it's hard to just pluck them out of the air. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I can. A lot of times, I have to connect to a picture, and then I have to. It's hard with all the other spirits that are around, because you have to think about it. Everybody's got like 10, 20 spirits around them at a time. But like I said, a reading will turn into a lot of a long time, and so go ahead and message me on Facebook, and we can work something out. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's see, Silver 89. And thank you guys for the donations. I sincerely appreciate it. Does my ex miss me? Okay, in this instance, I'm hearing from your guides. Why are you worried about your past? A lot of times, okay, relationships are about learning. We all enter relationships to learn lessons, to fulfill contracts, to fulfill karma. Usually, when we leave a relationship, it's because the vibration has changed, the energy has changed, and they're a stepping stone to something else in your life. So, your guides are like, why are you worried about him missing you? If it's something you can't get over, I mean, it's one of those things. I get a lot from spirit that are they don't like us going backwards, really, unless it's necessary. If he was missing you, he would be contacting you, trying to get back with you. I feel like it's best not to focus on him, as if he was meant to be, you would still be with him. I feel like there's someone in the future, but a lot of times, in order for us to meet the one that we're meant to be with, we have to raise our vibration, and we have to find ourselves and be happy with ourselves and love ourselves, and then we can attract someone of the same vibration as us. So I think as exes, if we really meant something to someone, we always kind of have feelings for them. It's just the part of being human. But that would be up to you if you wanted to go down that road again. I feel like um, that a lot of times people leave our lives because their time in our lives are up. So I feel like there's someone in the future for you that's better suited. But the more that you focus on the past, you're not going to find that person. But it's hard. I know it's hard to get over relationships. It is, but we just got to keep kind of putting our hands up and trucking forward. Um, so let's see. Any more questions? I want to know if my current relationship is right for me, as I think. Okay, Layla, I answered your question, right? You're the same one that asked about the X thing, and I said, you need to take time for yourself and realize. I think I answered that. Okay. Um, Well, that's why I can't tell you what your heart wants. You know what I mean? I mean, psychics, we can't tell you what you're supposed to do and what you want to do or what you should do. We can only give you in guidance. Your free will has to decide. So I can't tell you, hey, yeah, he's going to be best for you because, that's the decision you have to make. You know what I mean? So, I feel like honestly, it's not fair to your current boyfriend if you're still in love with your ex. And that's from spirit too. It doesn't bring great karma either. So you need to kind of realize what you want. And you're saying that you're still in love with your ex. That means that you don't love your current boyfriend enough. That your ex's feelings are overshadowing that. So that's something you need to consider. I'm supposed to be leaving soon, you guys. Waiting for a text, and I haven't even got myself ready, but it's really bad. They're gonna be like, "Girl, you wore the same thing today that you wore yesterday." um, um, Sorry, I'm getting lost in the question. Okay, Ruth, contact me. It might not have gotten stuck in the trap. Depends on how fast your water flow is. There's definitely something with the sink though, because they're not showing me anywhere else. It's a repeating vision. Um, Lena. Sorry, I'm really bad at pronouncing names, as you guys can probably tell. And I don't think being psychic has anything to do with that. I just can't pronounce crap. So, my current boyfriend, the one for me, see me having more kids, and you're the one asking about the ex, right? Or no, you're a different one. Okay, I just make your guys' names are so similar. I want to make sure I got it right. Um, I see you with definitely they're showing me blue, so a boy in the future. Um, and as far as your current boyfriend, let's see. I feel that there is a little bit of sometimes there's some unraveling, but I feel like you guys kind of pull it together. So again, free will on both your guys' parts, but I feel like it's a pretty good relationship. And it's one of those things like, yeah, I need to follow my heart. And, if you truly love him, then there shouldn't be questions about it. And that's one thing that Spirit always does say is if you truly love someone, you don't really have questions of if you're supposed to be with them or not. You just know. So that's something to think about. But I do see a boy in the future for you. I'm kind of really good with pregnancy, and it was weird because when I first started getting my gifts, I was really good at genders, and I was really good at, and before I even knew I was psychic, I was telling people, hey, you're gonna have a boy, and they'd have a boy. You're gonna have a girl, and they'd have a girl. And it's just kind of weird how that happens. And I'll get shown either pink or blue usually. And sometimes if I'm shown both, it's either they don't really know what they want to be, or you're gonna have twins. So my sister's kids with me right now will always be this way, or will she finally get placed by the um I think, Tiffany, that you're having a lot of open minds. I'll get to you in 1 second. I think she's having a lot of problems. Um, I don't know if she's into drugs or some kind of addiction. But I feel like it's she really needs support. And the problem with addiction and things like that is they have to want to change and they have to want to do better. And I think it deep down she wants to, but she really needs a push in the right direction. If you're able to get her any kind of help, I think that's the best way. Her free will is going to determine what she does. I think for now, um, her kids are best with you, and in the future, I see that there is a possibility she can come around. She's like at a crossroads right now, is what I'm shown. So she could go down one path or she can go down the other, and it's going to depend on how much support she has and what's going on with her life as to what path she's going to take. Um, so I really feel like she's kind of struggling a lot with life, and she does need your support as much as she can. My Facebook name is Rochelle Lapham, and it's me with a dog, and we're head to head on there. No, I didn't yet. I saw it, but then as far as changes, let me see. Um, there is something with your work or business, I believe, or it seems like there's either going to be a change or a shift, or but it's going to be for the best. I see they show me dollar signs, so I think maybe a little bit more money. Um, and I don't know if this is for you or not. Um, but I see someone like belly getting big, like they're gonna have a baby. So I don't know if that's you or not, but that's kind of popping in when I'm looking for changes for you. Um, and I see like your life kind of opening up a little bit. I don't know if you're gonna get a few new friends or not, but I see just I see you smiling and you're happy. So you've got some good things as far as that's concerned. I don't know if you had a more specific question. More specific can give you more specific answers. So okay, Tiffany, I'm glad. I'm glad. I thought there was addiction going on there. So yeah, she really needs. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. You guys are on the right path with her. Kathy, I'd have to do a reading on that, so you'd have to contact me because that's me. That would be mediumship. Okay, so grandchild would work. All right. I was like thinking, like, I don't think it's you, but somebody connected to you possibly. So I think maybe you're gonna have a grandkid. Yeah, I saw someone getting their belly all big. Um, do you are open minds? Do you kind of have a problem with your energy? Because I kind of have the same issue. But you know what? Let me tell you, okay? Because I wanted to try these hemp gummies because I have problem with my energy and fibromyalgia. Since I've been taking them, I have, and I tried vitamins before that, and I was like trying whatever, and I started taking those, and they're not that expensive on Amazon, the ones that I got, and my energy is so much better today that and so much better yesterday that I actually think they're helping. It's supposed to help with energy. So if anybody's like bad on energy, I would suggest that. Um, so you can contact me on Facebook under Rochelle Lapham, or you can go to the Psychic Sleuth podcast page. There's a way to connect to me on there and message me on there as well. I'm gonna have to get around and go pretty soon. I think. Let me text her and see where she's at. Let me get an ETA. But I think this is working really good, and I think I'm gonna do a lot more of these. And usually when I do them, I guess I'll try to start posting in my community that I'm gonna be doing them, and also on the page. And if you're not part of the group, join the group because it's a really good place to be. So, but open minds, do you have problem with your energy? I mean, I don't see anything like flashing red for me in terms of your health. Um, and there's so many on Amazon, but let me show you the ones that I got. 1 second. And they also have CBD ones that are more expensive. I haven't really tried the CBD ones. But these ones are hemp because I know that they have hemp on there. And I got, let's see, the, can you see it? Where's my damn camera? Hold on. You can't see it. Okay, there it is. Pure hemp with omega, and it has vitamins in it as well. And I got this on Amazon. It was like 16 bucks. But it's worth it for me if I can have energy. But they have more. I read the reviews on this, and this one had the best reviews that I looked at. But of course, I didn't go through all of them and read all the reviews. But it's called Pure Hemp, and it's by Takana, Tacanna. And my son loves them. I mean, they don't THC or anything, so he's got ADHD. They said they mellow him out. So it's kind of like they give us what we need. They don't mellow me out. They make me feel good, like more energy. And it says on there that it helps with pain and energy. So I have really bad back pain and stuff. So it's helping. I mean, it's not completely gone, but I think that it's helping. Okay, I would suggest that then. Seriously, try it and try some B12. And honestly, I don't know if we talked about, because I know we've done readings before, but I can't remember exactly who you are on Facebook compared to now. So I think we talked about maybe possible fibromyalgia with you. And so, and you guys, magnesium is really good for you if you've got anxiety or you've got some pain. It's a really good thing for you. And I know magnesium is definitely thank you so much. Let's see. My daughter have any children? Okay, going back to the this is for Miss Mola. As far as your daughter having kids, now again, that's going to go on her timeline and it's going to go on the baby's timeline. I do see a baby in the future, possibly a girl. Show me a newborn. So, but it's going to be on the baby's timeline and her timeline. It's all about when they're ready and when it's the right timing for everything, because you got to remember their blueprint has to come in and it has to match their astrology chart. I don't know if you guys believe in that, but it actually all kind of runs together, and so it kind of all has to match with everything. And I'm glad we didn't have any trolls here. This makes me feel better. Let me tell you guys, I was actually really scared to do this because lives make me nervous. I don't know why. And because one time I tried to do it when I was doing Delphi, and some people were saying they were outside my door, and it freaked me out. So I haven't kind of done it yet. But now, since I've got Kylie or helping me out, she said we didn't have any bad comments, so that makes me feel really good. Thank God, because I was really stressed out about trolls, because I have one that just comes and harasses me all the damn time, and on my YouTube, on my Facebook, I've tried to have him blocked. I have the horrible time. And yes, they can be, trolls are just so ridiculous. It's like, why don't you just keep going and do your own damn thing, right? People give me a lot of shit for Shanann's video, right? But they don't stop to think that the gun doesn't necessarily mean that night. Although there was a gun found later with bullets or some shit. I don't know, someone told me. It doesn't necessarily mean that night. It could have been any time that he threatened her with the gun. You know, plus I now realize this was when I didn't realize I got interconnecting cases, so it could have been a different case that was interconnecting. But she showed it to me, so I can only give you guys what I'm shown, and sometimes it's symbolic, and it's really like he could have threatened her with a gun at any time. It doesn't necessarily mean that night. Remember, past, present, future. So try to explain that to people. I don't know. People are just ridiculous. Oh yeah, I'm going to do stuff. I'm going to do stuff. And like I said, if you guys want a private reading, I'm really good at working with people. Donations. I'm really good at taking donations if they're fair I'm not going to give you an hour reading for $5, but I'm really good at being fair with people because I understand what it is to kind of be broke. So, and I know how it is to need answers and stuff. I had a lot of people help me out when I was going through the loss of my husband, a lot of time when I was going through not understanding what was going on with my life, and when I had my gifts, and I had, bless her heart, my friend Rachel that passed away last year around this time. She took me under her wing, and so I've had some blessings in my life, and I try to always share that forward, at the same time trying to take care of myself. So I will definitely do more of these. I just wanted to try it. I've been actually wanting to do this for a long time, but like I said, I kind of got scared. So yes, you can email me for a set up a consultation. It is gentleheartreadings@hotmail.com, or it's the psychicsleuth@gmail.com. Or if you have Facebook Messenger, you don't even need a Facebook. You can reach me on there, Rochelle Lapham. If you do have a Facebook, you can reach me through the Psychic Sleuth podcast as well. Um, so let's see if I don't want to miss anybody at all. I mean, and with the gummies, you guys can go through and just see kind of, what you guys feel will work best. These are the ones that I tried, and if they don't work, I'm going to try another one, but they were affordable, and there's 60 in here. I know there was one with 90, but it didn't have as good reviews. So this says it says 1,500 milligrams of premium hemp extract relieves stress, pain, and anxiety. Immune, sleep, and something else. It's covered up. I can't read it. So it's good for your immune system, sleep, things like that. So I think I'm gonna get up and get around and end this for now, just because my friend's gonna be on her way here, and we're gonna go see about a car. And you guys wish me luck. Cross your fingers, because I really need this. I don't have a lot of money. I don't have good credit. But we're gonna try to get something for me so I can have a car to actually go somewhere. Because I had the worst luck. Like, my first car got stolen, right? And then it came back unused, and then my cousin had it towed, so I'm doing small claims for that. Then uh my other car, I got a bug. My aunt bought it for me. I put a whole bunch of money into the tags and the tires, and then it broke on me like a month and a half later, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I live in a rural area, so that's been a really big stress for me. So that's another reason I haven't really been on here. Been kind of depressed about everything, but I'm trying to get up and going. The life of what I do is, it's kind of stressful at times, but I'm sure everybody's is. But just trying to juggle it all. Um, Not to get too much into my life, but that's kind of some of the stress I've been doing. So thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for keeping it positive in here. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you so much for the donations. It was a good night for first trying it out. I'm really, really, really appreciative. And thank you guys so much for the support on YouTube. I appreciate your guys' belief in me, because even my confidence is low sometimes. And even when I see like trolls comments, I get anxiety really bad, because I always get protective over my gifts, because and who I am. I would never pretend to be someone that I'm not. That's just not who I am. I'm not a fake, I'm not a fraud. If I couldn't do this, I wouldn't be doing it. My whole goal is just to help people. And it's a big passion of mine, and I wish I was better at locating. I'm really hoping that gets stronger, because a map, I get pulled. You can ask Kylie. I get pulled in all the different directions with a map, and so a lot of times bodies are found in those areas, but it's not the one I'm looking for, and I get so frustrated because I want to find the one I'm looking for. Um, but or I won't listen to myself, and it'll be this area like where Mackenzie, where where he lived. I was drawn to that area. I was in that Rose Park or whatever it was, and I left it, but I shouldn't have. You know what I mean? So I'm not perfect on this part. I'm trying to learn, and as I go, I'm growing more and more and more. So, if you guys haven't joined the Psychic Sleuth podcast, please do. I put a lot of stuff in there before I put it out, and some stuff is in there, like some ratings I've done that have not been released for whatever reason. I feel like I shouldn't release it or something like that. So, and like I said, I'm open to working on cases that you guys, donations get the cases done faster, and I still got Susan to do, and I'm gonna work on her definitely because we Kylie's really into that, and I really would like to find her because that's just an awful situation, and she's really hard to find though. I'm just worried she's not findable, honestly. All right. I'm gonna go now, you guys, and my dogs are freaking being crazy right now, and they must be cold. So I'm going to go. Thank you so much. Tiffany, message me on Facebook. We'll talk about that. Expanding it. Um, well, I said my YouTube, but nobody, I mean, I said my PayPal, but PayPal's gentleheartreadings@hotmail.com. I said at the beginning, I can't add it. I don't know why I can't type anything. So you guys can always do my PayPal. I would suggest my PayPal instead of this, but as far as expanding it, meditation is important and reading up about it is important. Those two things are the biggest things. Also, binaural beats. So, I know, Dana. I know. So, I mean, like I said, PayPal. You guys can do PayPal. gentleheartreadings@hotmail.com. And if you guys would like I said, I will work with you guys on if you want private readings. And I will be doing this again because this turned out better than I thought it was going to. I guess I was scared for no reason. I'm not psychic with my own life. So, again, thank you guys. I appreciate everything, and I appreciate you guys being so cool. I really, really um, love my subscribers. It was cool having you guys here. Sounds good. Um, and next time I'm gonna have Kylie put it at the top. I think I asked her to, but I don't think she saw it. I'll have Kylie see if she can pin it to the top or something like that. It's also in the description, I think. So next time, no worries. It's called Living and Learning. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time. If I could figure out how to end it now. End? No. I'm trying to get out of here. Hold on.